William Hill Derby success of Westmead Hawk, the 2005 version, was special, not just for being Nick Savva's second Derby win as a trainer, but because it was his first as a breeder. He's been the king of British breeders for some 30 years now, 30 years of hard work and discipline.
We leave nothing undone. The place has been designed for breeding more than racing. And it's just, I don't know why, but we have had our failures. Don't get me wrong, you know, I made mistakes with sires and a few bitches, like I list 4 Oaks winners and plus 2 of mine, and the results were not so good. So don't just look at the success. If you look through the litters we had over the years, we had our bad luck as well. Not bad luck, but just misjudgment, you know.
All Nick tells you about is his mistakes. He doesn't actually come out and tell you about all the great success he had.
Floyd Amphlett, editor of Greyhound Racing's monthly newspaper, the Greyhound Star, is one of Nick's biggest admirers.
He came up with his first 2 brood bitches, which are the ones that made him famous, Cricket Dance and Hacksaw, out of nothing. I mean, it wasn't as though he went out and spent the equivalent of a couple of £1,000 back then. I think they were both fairly cheap. One was bought from Phil Rees. The other one, I can't remember the background too, but they weren't expensive bitches. And he turned them into superstars, turned them into bitches who you'll find in so many pedigrees now.
One of those original broods, Hacksaw, is still evident in dual Derby winner Westmead Hawk's lineage, and it's a family history which has seen champion after champion pass through the famous Westmead Kennels near Dunstable.
He had an outstanding litter that included Westmead County, Westmead Lane, Westmead Pride, and they were in the early 70s. I think they were about 74 was when they were really doing the business. And that was the first time I think he established himself as a special breeder. They were the equivalent, the 1974 equivalent of Joe and Aoife and Olivia and the rest of them now. And then he pretty much kept it going. He developed the brood bitches, and then, interesting that I don't think I've seen anybody else do, is he kept it going generation after generation. You follow the Westmead line, and as you work your way across the bottom, they were just dam of the year after dam of the year after dam of the year, and it's very, very rare to see anybody with that sort of consistency.
From Westmead County and that terrific litter through to one of his best broods, Westmead Move, and Westmead Harry here, there have been big race winners aplenty. Phantom Flash will always be regarded as an all-time great, and his win in the Produce Stakes at Wembley was matched, of course, by Westmead Hawk last year. Westmead Chick, seen here winning the Arc at Walthamstow, where she held the track record, also won an Oaks. While Westmead Merlin, like Westmead Chick, struck gold at Walthamstow and boasted that famous Westmead mix of speed and stamina.
The line comes up. Westmead Merlin is a great winner of the Arc. Countrywide Fox was
Savva added an Aussie flavour to the traditional Westmead line, sending Westmead Flight to Frightful Flash. This mating produced Sonic Flight, a Scottish Derby winner and sire of the mighty Westmead Hawk, which followed a mating with Mega Delight.
He was an exceptional dog himself, and she proved herself as well on the track. She won 15 consecutive races in Ireland, ranging from 550 meters to 700. And she's a good-looking bitch, very well behaved, temperament 100%. So we decided to have a litter.
And you mated her to Sonic Flight, a strong dog himself. You're known for mating strong dogs with strong dogs. Is that your secret?
No, I don't know if there is a secret. Most people gamble with bookmakers. I gamble with breeding. We never had sprinters. No matter how hard I tried to bring speed into my breed, it just didn't happen. So we don't mind stayers.
But you have great success over the Four Bend trip with your breeding.
Yes, yeah, but they have to do it the hard way, and it's more exciting.
Westmead Hawk wins his races not just the hard way, but the clever way. His track craft is unmatched and could be down to the Australian influence.
The track craft comes from that line, obviously on both, because Sonic Flight was Frightful Flash, Mega Delight was Smooth Rumble, Ginger, Igor Hostar, who was the father of Frightful Flash. So it must come from that line, the track craft, I guess, you know.
I think he's just a very, very intelligent dog. If you hadn't seen Joe, you would say he was a freak in his own right. Having seen Joe, you would imagine that there has to be something in the breeding there as well. But in my time in dogs, I've never seen anything like him. I've seen marathon dogs come from the back, very good stairs, dogs like Skurlock Champ. But when you understand the calibre of dog he's running against, when you understand that these are the best dogs in training, and he goes past them, through them and around them as though they're not there, that I've never seen anything even vaguely close to that.
It's still Mineola Farlow in front. Westmead Hawks moving on the inside of Amarillo Slim. The writing surely on the wall. Mineola Farlow with Westmead Hawk lunging late. He's got there again. He's an icon. He's fantastic. He's superlative. He is Westmead Hawk.
Next year, Hawk won't be any slower, or if he is, it won't be noticeable. So he will still have that class. That class is special, and as such, he will be in that top 2, 3 or 4 dogs that can win the Derby. Beyond that, of course, it's a little bit of wishing and hoping, I think.
You've got a very big establishment here, Nick, but very few dogs on the site. Are you scaling down your operation again? Are you considering maybe going to Cyprus permanently?
Cyprus is out of the question. I'll get bored or become an alcoholic. It is no, that's out of the question. Scaling down, yes. I like to keep a manageable number. That's it really. But if you have a big litter, before you know where you are, you've got 8, 10 dogs that hang around you for a long time, you know, before they start racing, and they soon accumulate. To have 10, 12 open racing dogs is plenty to do in a litter of pups.
But those hoping to claim the crown from the king of British breeding, be warned, there'll be no slowing down. He's still in love with this game, as you can see. There's a 12-month-old litter of saplings out of Hawk's mother Mega Delight by Droopy's Cule, plus a repeat mating of 8, just recently born. Clearly there's plenty to keep him at the very top, and he remains number 1 in most people's eyes.
The best, absolutely the best in my opinion. I've studied breeding since I was a kid. Some fantastic breeders around the world, the Wheelers, particularly in Australia, that spring to mind. But I don't think litter for litter, I don't think there's anybody even close.
And with Westmead Joe and Westmead Hawk here, plus the likes of the bitches Aoife and Olivia, plus 11 other pups yet to hit the track, the story looks set to continue.